Carol Vorderman and welcome to another Perfect 10, my Monday to Friday quiz which will educate, entertain and irritate you with a brain-teasing selection of puzzles, questions and riddles. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in just 10 minutes. 10 minutes with me and my questions will give your mind the equivalent of a daily jog, so please make sure you subscribe, you follow and you like to get the next episode as soon as it drops. It's Tuesday, so if you haven't played yesterday's episode yet, go back, give it a go as well. And if this is your first time playing Perfect 10, then welcome. We've got loads of episodes on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts, so please have a go at some of our older episodes. Each one, well, it only takes you 10 minutes. Now, before we get started with today's questions, at the end of yesterday's show, I left you with this anagram. No points for the anagram, as you know. Which very famous author is an anagram of children's cakes? And the answer I was looking for was Charles Dickens. So well done if you got that right. No points, as I say. That was just to keep you thinking after yesterday's episode. But now we play for points. Do you think you could score a perfect 10 today? Well, let's find out. Question 1, your starter for a perfect 10. We've all got a subscriber identification module in our phone, but what is it more commonly known as? Bit of technical jargon to trip you up at the start of the day today, but I'm certain you'll have heard of this before. What is subscriber identification module better known as? Question 2, hearsay. So, which well-known phrase or saying is hidden in these sounds?
Don't be so inquisitive, Diddles. There goes another life.
Tell me what common phrase is hidden in that clip and another point will be yours. And come over to our socials to tell us what your guess is. We get some absolutely hilarious answers to these and we love seeing them. Honestly, we do. And you can read them too. So head over to @Perfect10Carol on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok to leave a comment and let us know what you think. We call question 3 Carol lateral thinking. So see if you can get this. On a distant planet, one planet day is as long as 2 weeks on Earth. In Earth hours, how long is an hour on this distant planet? Our next round is for Masters of Memory. It's our memory round. Listen to the clip, keep as much information in your brain as you can, and a question will follow. Here we go.
And as we leave Westminster Bridge, we turn right onto Parliament Street. On your left, you'll see Downing Street, home of the Prime Minister. Originally 3 houses, number 10 was offered to Robert Walpole by King George II in 1732. Moving on now, and to the right, you can see the original site of Scotland Yard before it was moved to its current location in 1890. We head now into the iconic Trafalgar Square, home of the National Gallery. London's home of art attracts 5 million visitors every year. That's almost as many pigeons as visit Trafalgar Square.
So we listened there to a bus tour around London. Lots of information packed in. But the question is this. According to the tour guide, how many people visit the National Gallery every year? Well, it was all in the clip, so reach back into your brain, see if you can pull the answer to the front, and then you get a point. We're almost halfway through today's show. How are you doing? Feeling more confident than yesterday? Answers, as always, after the final question. Our next 3 questions are all about the F words, frivolous, familiar and fun. Question 5 is this. In the Beatrix Potter books, what type of creature is Jeremy Fisher? Here's question 6. What colour is the lid on a jar of Marmite? Well, you either love it or you hate it, don't you? But what colour is the lid on a jar of Marmite? I love Marmite, by the way. And here's question 7. Maurice Micklewhite is the birth name of which legendary British actor? Yes, this actor has been using a stage name his whole career, and not a lot of people know that. All right, question 8, 1 in, 1 out, where you have to either swap or remove one letter in the word to make a new word. Which letter can you change in the word sand, S-A-N-D, to make something that the Titanic did? We call question 9. I know this, since you've probably got the answer locked away in that big brain of yours. So if you do a little bit of digging, you might be able to find it, score yourself an extra point. Here it is. According to the proverb, necessity is the mother of what? And it's almost the end of our mental sprint. Here's question 10. As ever, it's our daily riddle. You walk into a room to find a king, a queen, and 2 twins. And yet you're the only person in the room. How is that possible? And that's today's Perfect 10. Before we get to the answers, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's questions. And if you're looking for even more puzzles and riddles, head on over to @Perfect10Carol on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, where you can join the rest of us in playing along to some really fun questions you will not find here on the podcast. 10 questions, 10 points, 10 minutes. But did you score a perfect 10? It's time to find out. Here come the answers. Question 1. We've all got a subscriber identification module in our phone, but what is it more commonly known as? And the answer is, it's a SIM card, S-I-M, SIM card. Question 2 was hearsay. Which phrase was hidden in these sounds?
Don't be so inquisitive, Diddles.
The answer is, curiosity killed the cat. Question 3 was this. On a distant planet, 1 planet day is as long as 2 weeks on Earth. In Earth hours, how long is an hour on this distant planet? And the answer is 14 hours, 14 Earth hours. Well done if you managed to work that one out. It's all good exercise for the mind, isn't it? Question 4 was our memory question, where we took a guided tour around London. My question was this. According to the tour guide, how many people visit the National Gallery each year? And the answer is the National Gallery gets 5 million visitors a year, which is actually true. That is an awful lot of visitors. Question 5, we're into the 3 Fs. In the Beatrix Potter books, what type of creature is Jeremy Fisher? The answer is Jeremy Fisher is a frog. Question 6, what colour is the lid on a jar of Marmite? Well, the answer is, it is, of course, yellow. Marmite was invented by a German scientist in 1902 when he discovered that brewers' leftover yeast could be concentrated, bottled, and eaten. In fact, Bass Brewery in Burton-upon-Trent was the original provider of the yeast for Marmite. Question 7. Maurice Micklewhite is the birth name of which legendary British actor? Well, of course he is Mr. Michael Caine. The former Maurice Micklewhite took his screen name from a 1954 film called The Caine Mutiny. And despite being known as Michael Caine since the 1950s, it wasn't until 2016 that he finally, legally changed it. An airport security guard would say, "Hi, Michael Caine," and suddenly I'd give him a passport with a different name on it, he said. I could stand there for an hour arguing over it, so eventually I changed it. Question 8 was, of course, 1 in, 1 out. Which letter can you change in the word sand to make something that the Titanic did? Well, if you change the letter D for a letter K, you get the word sank. Very sadly, sank, S-A-N-K. Question 9 was, I know this, but did you? According to the proverb, necessity is the mother of what? Well, necessity is the mother of invention. Well done if you got that right. One of the earliest recorded instances of the proverb is in one of Aesop's fables from around 6 BC. But a variation apparently appeared in Plato's writing much earlier in 375 BC, where he said, "Our need will be the real creator." And finally, question 10 was a daily riddle. You walk into a room to find a king, a queen, and 2 twins, and yet you're the only person in the room. How is that possible? Actually, I reckon you've got this one today. Of course, they're all beds, a king, a queen, and 2 twin beds. And there you go, another perfect 10 under your belt. I hope that's made you feel a lot smarter today. Remember, every day spent with us at Perfect 10 is a day where you have given your brain a workout. 10 questions, 10 points, all done in 10 minutes. Follow us across our social media channels so you don't miss out on any of our bonus questions. We've got daily content exclusive to Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, and I would love for you to join in with the fun. Well, that's nearly it for today. But before I go, I'll leave you with an anagram. Which supermodel is an anagram of Helium Kid? Helium. Helium Kid. Kid. I'll leave that one with you. If you want the answer, come back tomorrow when it's a whole new day of questions to educate, entertain, and irritate. I'm Carol Vorderman. That was my Perfect 10. I hope you have a perfect day.